What's going on, guys? So as you can see, I'm kind of packing my equipment up right now. I'm actually switching stuff out of my old camera bag into my new camera bag. And I actually got a lot of requests from you guys asking about what's in my camera bag, what do I use to make these vlogs and everything like that. So I actually have a quick trip to New York for work, and I am gonna be taking my own personal vlog setup just if I have any free time in the evening to work on a video or anything like that. So I'm gonna be bringing that stuff with me anyways, so I figure why not talk to you guys about what's actually in my camera bag and what do I use to make these videos. So I actually don't have a whole lot of time tonight, so I'm just gonna finish packing all this stuff up, and I'll see you guys in a little bit once we get to the hotel, and I'll take you guys through what's all in my camera bag. Okay. Alright, what's up, guys? So we made it to New York. This hotel room is kind of crazy. It's like a bunch of mirrors. Look at the bed. Look at how the bed is. It has like this. I don't even know how to explain it. Like, look at this. So I'm gonna grab some food. Your boy is starving. Then we're gonna come back, sit down, and I'm gonna take you guys through what's all in my camera bag, what I use to vlog, and what I brought with me to vlog. So I'll check in with you guys once I get some food. Just got back to the room. Let me show you guys what I got to eat. Okay, so I basically just walked a couple blocks, see what I could find nearby. Came across this Prince Street pizza. It's supposed to be one of the best pizzas in New York. Wow, that looks good. And then I had to hit up, I think it's called Milk Bar. If you guys are familiar with Ghost Lifestyle, this is where they originated the flavor for their cereal milk protein powder. Had to try that. It's really good. Pizza looks bomb. We're gonna try a little slice of this pizza. Okay. That's good. I'm gonna eat this, then we'll do the video. What's up, guys? Future Johnny here real quick. I'm actually editing this video right now. I just wanted to mention that this is a very in-depth camera bag video, so it may get a little technical, and I'm gonna talk through basically every single item that's in my camera bag and why it's in there. So if you guys are not a huge camera person, I understand, but I just kind of wanted to go through the whole thing and show you guys everything I have. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that real quick, so back to the video. Alright, guys, so what's in my vlog camera bag? I want to take you guys through what I have. Don't mind the unconventional setup here. I am in a hotel room. I'm trying to make the best setup I can. I don't have any lighting with me, so we're just gonna make this work. So hope you guys enjoy. Let's just hop right into it. So this would be what I would take for an overnight trip if I'm gonna vlog, or maybe a weekend getaway, that kind of stuff. I want to be able to take some pictures and vlog, make some content for YouTube. This is maybe not like the heaviest carry ever, more of like a lighter carry, but you can still do plenty with it. So I'm gonna take you guys through what I have on this little overnight trip here. So let's go ahead and start with the bag. Right here we have the Douchebag Backpack Pro. If you guys haven't checked out my last video, I kind of go more in depth and talk about the differences between this and the old one, why it's my favorite camera bag ever. Be sure to check that last video if you guys haven't seen it yet. So that is my bag, and I gotta say, this is the first trip I've taken with this backpack. And man, it fits a ton of stuff. I'm really impressed. I'm really, really impressed. But yeah, so normally we have the Joby 5K Gorilla Pod strapped to the side of this, but I'm filming with it right now. But that usually goes right here, just through these guys. It doesn't take up any room inside the bag. It fits right along the outside. It actually works out great. On the other side, we have kind of like, I think traditionally it's for like a water bottle. You can fit a water bottle in here. Right now I just have a couple protein bars. If you guys are curious, PES Science, I actually don't really like their protein, but their protein bars are phenomenal. This is the white chocolate raspberry. I always try to keep a couple of protein bars with me if I'm traveling, especially if it's a shoot or something like that too. If you're shooting for a long time, you just need a snack real quick. Something easy to have there. Let's just go ahead and knock out the back here. So we have the laptop sleeve in here, but it's meant to fit a 15-inch MacBook Pro. I have an iPad Pro in there. I actually recently got this, maybe like a couple months ago now. I actually love it for taking notes, screenshots you can write on it. I actually take a lot of notes by hand with the Apple Pencil. I use it for work. I use it for my creative stuff. It's probably the most fun creative tool I have, so highly recommend. That thing is awesome. And then also I have in here, I have my 15-inch MacBook Pro. This is what I really do all my creative work off of. It's a 2018, fully decked out, fully loaded. This thing is a beast. Yeah, hell of a laptop. It's super nice to travel with. You don't have to worry about it getting dinged up or scratched up since it's all metal. Super nice, fits in here just perfectly. And it's kind of nice because since they're so thin, I can fit my MacBook and my iPad Pro just like in the back there. So moving to the top here, there's like a little top pouch on here. There's just kind of like quick access stuff if you're on the go. So in here, really there's not a whole lot of exciting stuff. This is mostly just chargers. I have car keys. Really it's just my computer charger, my iPhone charger, basically all my Apple chargers. So it's chargers for my MacBook, my iPad, my phone, and my watch. You guys travel all, you know you need like a power bank. If I need to charge my phone while I'm in the airport or anything like that, this thing will charge your phone like, I don't know, 5 times maybe. So super awesome, don't have to worry about that. I just leave that up here. What else do I have up here? I got my Apple Pencil, and then always carry some business cards with you. So I have a few business cards that I can give to somebody in case you meet someone or you're networking or you're on a shoot. They introduce you to someone else, so it's always a good idea to have a couple business cards. I think that's about it for this pocket. And usually I have these in here. I just had them out right now, but AirPods. So these are probably my favorite headphones ever, if I'm being honest. AirPods, they're awesome for phone calls. They're awesome for traveling. They're super small, just slide in your pocket. Awesome. So that pretty much wraps up the outside of the camera bag, I believe. So let's jump on inside. The inside is where it gets a little more complicated. So actually, since this is a work trip, so I only had one bag to bring for this trip. So basically I wanted to bring my vlog setup as well as a couple shirts, underwear, socks, stuff like that for my shoot tomorrow, but still bring a couple personal things like my vlog setup. So this is what I kind of did, and I'll show you guys. You guys probably noticed this red thing. We'll get to that here in a second. But first, since this is a work trip, I need a couple pairs of clothes for my shoot tomorrow. I went ahead and just packed some clothing in here. I just got some shirts, underwear, socks, stuff like that. Toothbrush. So let me get that stuff out of the way. Now everything in here is camera gear. This compartment up here, I'm gonna hold some spare batteries. I usually will have 2 or 3 Canon brand batteries. Now these will last me a long time, and so I always try to have 2 or 3 of these fully charged, ready to go. But pro tip, if you guys are starting out and want something cheaper, so by the way, I'll leave links to everything in my description below about what I use. If you guys are interested in seeing what I use, these right here are just like a knockoff lithium-ion Canon wannabe battery. I think I got a 2-pack, I wanna say for $20 or $30. I'll leave the link in the description below, but they definitely do not last as long as Canon, but I usually try to keep a couple of these knockoff ones in my bag. These are just kind of like a backup emergency. So that's kind of what I do. Even at this point, why not have a couple, you know, to be extra safe. So second compartment, move down here. This is just a Lacy drive. These are hard drives I've been using for, I don't know, 7 years maybe. So this is my favorite kind of hard drive. This is what I use like most of the time. Like I said, yeah, it's like 4 or 5 terabytes. It's really quick because it's USB-C. So these are super nice, especially if you're on the go. They're like marketed to be rugged. I wouldn't do anything stupid with this, but it probably is a little bit more sturdy than your average hard drive. So these are usually the ones I go with. Moving on down the line here. This is gonna be kind of the accessory area. So I just have like this little pouch here. It unravels and I have a few things inside of it. Basically what I have in here is I have a pair of OG 3.5 millimeter headphones. You're probably wondering, Johnny, why would you have these old pair of headphones, you know? And that's a good question, because do I need them? No, but these are just kind of like an emergency backup. So if you want to check your audio levels on a camera, no camera that at least I know of is like Bluetooth capable yet. So this is going to be for checking audio if I am doing like an interview or something where I need to hear it. I can just plug this into my camera. It's good to go. We got our Magic Mouse, so if I'm doing some editing while out, I can just do this right here. So Magic Mouse is my favorite editing mouse ever. The middle section here, I am living that dongle life, that Apple dongle life. So I just have like an SD card reader, a Thunderbolt, USB, all the good stuff, nothing too fun, but you know, come on Apple. This is just an iPhone charger. Always have a couple of those. And this is actually the USB-C to Lightning. So actually that's like, if I want to charge my phone out of my MacBook, that's USB-C, or you can actually charge out of your iPad to charge your phone, stuff like that. So this is kind of like the little accessory pack. Just keep things organized so it's not like a bunch of stuff loose in your camera bag rolling around. So one more thing I always keep around is, what are they called? Oh yeah, like a moleskin notepad. I can just jot down some notes. Like I said, I love taking notes on my iPad or just honestly my notes app on my phone. But there's something about just writing down notes sometimes that really helps with creativity or remembering things. But I always keep one of those kind of on hand as well. Moving on. If you guys don't know what this is, this kind of just makes sure if something does get all over your camera, like dust or sand or metal shavings, liquid even, you know, you can just kind of blow this, get kind of debris stuff off your camera and your lens. So these are like 10 bucks off Amazon. Really helps take care of your camera. You definitely need one of these. So let's jump into the inside now. So as you can see, the biggest thing missing right now is the camera I'm filming with. So the camera I have been vlogging with now for maybe over a month. I forget exactly how long it's been, but for quite a little bit now, is the Canon EOS R. And it is maybe my favorite camera that I've ever personally owned. So I've used a ton of cameras in my life. Now, I've not vlogged with every camera, but I am pretty familiar with cameras and what their capabilities are. So I have a pretty good knowledge with that. And I will say, previously I was vlogging with a Sony a7R III. It is a phenomenal camera, but it definitely is not the best when it comes to vlogging. I think I might do a full video on a Canon EOS R and go a little bit more in depth on that, but I just kind of wanted to cover. That's basically what I've been using, the Canon EOS R. So there's basically three 16-35s in the Canon world right now. We have the Mark III of the 16-35 EF 2.8. An amazing lens, but it doesn't have image stabilization, and since it's an EF mount, I have to use a converter for the EOS R. There is the next one, which I actually personally own. It is the 16-35 f4, but it is image stabilized, so it's actually really nice for vlogging. And I thought I might not like the f4, but so far it's honestly been great for vlogging, and it's a really good lens, and it's about half the price as the 2.8 version. So that's the one I have right now. It's also an EF mount. It's what I'm using. And then by the end of this year, Canon is supposedly releasing the 2.8 for the R mount, and it is image stabilized. So we might take a look at that when that comes out. But for now, the 16-35 f4 is what I'm using. It's a great lens. It's like runs you $1,000 new, which is a really good lens, so highly suggest it. And 16-35 is by far the best vlogging lens in my opinion. It's nice, you can zoom in to get some closer up shots, you can go real wide for handheld things. Just super versatile, best lens, no questions. But right now I am using the Rode Video Micro. It's very small, the audio is still pretty good on it. I didn't have a ton of room in this bag with everything else I had to bring, so it fits in here real nice and small. The audio is still great. It doesn't take battery power or anything like that. So usually that goes in this slot right over here. Moving on. In here I have a couple of filters. Now, this is something that we can get into a little bit more in another video down the line, but again, we'll talk about it real quick. Every lens that I own will have a UV filter on it. It basically is just a clear filter that goes onto your lens. It just screws on there. You don't even notice that it's on. The main purpose that I get it for, and really the only purpose that I get it for, is since it's going on the outside of your lens, just screws on right there. It's basically just a protection for your lens. So your beautiful, perfect lens that you just spent $2,000 on isn't gonna get scratched up. If you're shooting something and water splashes up, it's not gonna get on the lens at all. Actually, the other day I was vlogging. I dropped my camera just in my bedroom, but I dropped it, it hit the leg of my camera, and luckily it just hit the UV filter, you know? If it were to break it or shatter it or something like that, you are gonna replace like a $50 filter instead of like a $2,000 lens. So moving on, we just have a little Pelican case. This is gonna hold memory cards. Always gotta have some of those on deck. Lens cloth, nothing special, just a lens cloth so I can wipe it down. Always nice. We got the battery charger. We have the caps for the lens and the body. And then this is not something I use all the time. I actually bought this way back in college. So this is the Rokinon 85. It is a cinema lens, so it does not have autofocus, but it is very smooth focus. And it's actually a 1.5. So the price for this is actually really good. And don't feel like you guys have to buy, you know, if you're using a Canon camera, you have to use a Canon lens, or you're using a Sony camera, you have to use a Sony lens. There's a lot of other good lens companies out there. Sometimes if you're doing things with autofocus, the native lens is gonna still be the best. I personally like to just stick with Canon lenses because I like Canon lenses. A lot of it's preference, and this lens is really good for some beauty shots. An 85 is very tight, but a lot of people like it for B-roll. It can be good for some tight things. And that 1.5, it's just such a shallow depth of field. You can get some awesome shots with it. So this is kind of a new addition to the vlog setup. This is just if I have some extra time, I want to get some cool shots. Something tighter than the 16 to 35. I can throw this on there and get a few things. One more thing, I have a camera strap on here as well. It is the off-white camera strap, swag. I don't use a camera strap all the time. Sometimes you can put it on, maybe if you're walking around the city all day, but honestly the handle of the EOS R is so comfortable, I don't mind just holding it with my hand. But also one thing, sometimes people like, if they're shooting like B-roll, they can put on a camera strap and it kind of gets like a third point of contact. So you have your two hands, then a camera strap around your neck. So you can kind of go like this, help get a little bit more tension on the camera, help stabilize it a little bit. This is the CIA, like I was talking about in the last video, where you can just take this whole thing out if you want. Maybe you want to pack a bunch more clothes in here, some more camera gear, different camera gear, anything like that. First trip with the new camera bag. It is awesome. It's super versatile. So far, I am loving it. For what I'm doing right now, you know, I haven't been vlogging for that long, but this is the perfect setup. The EOS R, a 16 to 35, a Rode mic, a Joby Gorilla Pod. It lets you put it anywhere, like as you guys saw on this bench right now. But yeah, this is my camera bag, the Douchebag Backpack Pro. So that's gonna be it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I know it's a little different than usual since we're in a different setting. The lighting's kind of weird. I'm in this weird hotel, but you know, it's been a long day of travel and work, but I wanted to film this for you guys and be able to get this out later this week. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't yet, hit that little bell to get notified next time I post a video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace, guys. So if you guys are new around here, what we do at the end of every single video is we do a poll between two different food options. You guys vote in the comments below. Are you guys team vanilla ice cream or chocolate ice cream? Leave your vote in the comments below. See you guys. Listen guys, I'm tired. If this video isn't good by now, I'm sorry. We'll do another one in a couple months. But listen, get what I have. It's an amazing vlog setup. Just kidding, don't have to spend this much money. But listen, I know what I'm talking about, okay? I'm going crazy. Love you guys. Peace.